It's a process. We know it's a process. We know how we're judged. And it's by wins and losses. 8-8 past 2 years is not good enough. The standard is the standard. The expectations are what they are, and so we're never going to be satisfied, until we get back to where we need to be. We got a lot of work to do. We'll continue to evaluate, our roster. Obviously, we're here to evaluate these players, build the roster. We get younger, we get faster, try to create competition, within the roster. We got a lot of work to do. But the objective always is to win. Yeah, I think you just, you watch the Super Bowl and you watch what Atlanta's done, and they've done a great job. Got a ton of respect for Dan Quinn and his staff and that organization, and you saw a lot of young guys, in that defense, and you saw them develop young guys and put guys out there, and guys may have not played to the level that they should have played at early on, but they put them out there, they developed them, and through time and experience and reps, and those kind of things, you saw a bunch of speed out there, you saw a bunch of youth out there, and nothing like speed, there's nothing like toughness, there's nothing like getting a bunch of guys that are great competitors. So I think it's we're going to look at obviously Zach the whole thing. We know that there's going to be some holes to fill. We're not satisfied, obviously, with where we're at. We've got work to do. So we're going to look at the entire roster. We'll look at every position. We'll look at every position on defense. Again, we're going to try to acquire as much talent as we can. Try to create as much competition as we can. Yeah, it's all good. We're off to a great start. Like Chris, mentioned, the scouting staff, the coaching staff, everybody in the organization, obviously is working extremely hard. We have one vision, we have one goal, like-minded. The entire organization is like-minded, and so I think communication is outstanding. I think that's obviously huge. So it's all good. We're off to a great start. Yeah, again, it's been great, and I have all the respect in the world, for Ryan. Ryan and I shared a ton of great moments, a ton of great wins, and he's a good man. And obviously, I wish him and his family nothing but the best, moving forward. And so, I'm grateful, for the opportunity. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be the head football coach and have another opportunity to get this organization and get our franchise back to where it needs to be. We haven't gone through it, so one day at a time. Again, it's all good. We're working extremely hard. Everybody is. Yeah, I mean, you want everybody out there. Obviously, you'd love to have your starting quarterback out there the entire time, and so we'll work through it. We'll get through it. Hopefully, we'll have 89 other bodies out there working extremely hard to get better, and that's what this time of year is all about. And, research and development, self-scout, assessing every area of our program, offense, defense, special teams, how we do things. And, I've got to be better. We've got to coach better. We've got to play better, try to upgrade the roster, increase talent, increase competition. So there's a lot of stuff that has to go on, and we'll have a great we'll have our best off-season program that we've had since we've been. You know what? Once you think you've got all the answers, I think that's when you're done. And so you can grow every single day, and that's what I'm doing. That's what we're all doing, and you learn a lot going through one season. And every season is different. Experiences you have to learn and you have to grow from, and so that's what we're all going to do. Myself, yeah, I got a lot to work on. Just ask Tina. If I wasn't willing, that thing might have ended years ago. I think 2 weeks into my marriage, I lost full control, and so the law was laid down. But we're all working. I've got to be better, Bob. I will be better. My blinders are off. My earmuffs are off. Yeah, take it. Go ahead. I knew you guys. I was waiting. Thank you for the opportunity. The eyes are wide open. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important, for everybody. These seasons are long. They're a grind. And we didn't finish the way where we wanted to. But I think it's important for everybody to have that opportunity to get away, hit the reset button, recharge, re-energize, and come back with your batteries full and ready to roll. Again, I'm grateful, just like everybody else, for the opportunity to be back and keep building this thing. No, I love this time of year. Again, I'm just getting started into the process. We've been working on a lot of things, the self-assessment, the self-scout, looking at ourselves, free agency, and now the draft. I haven't laid my eyes, on a lot of these guys. I listen. I haven't had the opportunity to start watching the tape, like I need to, and like we will moving forward. I hear it's deep. You hear about, the certain positions and things like that. So I'm excited to jump into it and find out what's exactly out there. Yeah, I think they're all important. Again, this is a great opportunity for all of us to put our eyes on these guys, to see them go through the drills, have a chance to sit down and meet guys. 15 minutes is not a big window. You get 60 formal interviews with these guys, and we've got all 60 of those lined up. It's a snapshot, it's a glimpse. It's hard to really get to know somebody, in that amount of time. So I think all of them are important. This is just one part of the process, as we all know. But at the end of the day, I think, the tape doesn't lie. The film doesn't lie. I think that's where you have to spend the lion's share of your time is on the tape and evaluate, who the player is, what is, how does he fit in your system, offense, defense, special teams, whatever it is. And then you got to start digging, deep into who that player is as a man and what his character is and things like that. Yeah, you turn in the list that you want. You turn in names, and then the league, says says, okay, yes to this, this, and this, and then they give you the times and the days, and that's when you interview them. Typically starts at 6 o'clock, goes till 11 o'clock. If that answers your question, probably doesn't. I haven't answered one of yours right since I've been here. Another thing I'm trying to work on, and I will grow in that area. I promise you. I think we all understand the expectations that come with this job. You guys know how I feel. I have great perspective on this thing. Again, we're all on one-day contracts. That's how I look at it. So we're going to work hard, roll up our sleeves like we always do. Every season is different. Every team's different. Again, we got a lot of work to do and a ton to do. And so my focus is on that. Control the controllables. Throw one out there, start the new year with you guys. And there's things that I can control, and there's things that I can't control. And so I'm gonna focus on the things that I can and go to work on that. We make no excuses. 8-8 is not good enough. Again, we're going through the process right now. We're not done with that process, Zach, of turning every stone and looking at every piece of film. You can point to this, that, and the other. But again, once we finalize all that stuff and make our assessment on what went wrong, what went right, we're going to find out what our strengths were and try to accentuate those, find out what our weaknesses are, try to build on those and strengthen those. And again, every season's different. You can go back and look at certain games and look at opportunities that were there, opportunities that you had. It was a roller coaster ride, to say the least. And again, they're all different. The team fought their way back through an up and down early start to that season and had an opportunity that we didn't take advantage of to put ourselves in position to win the division again. But that didn't happen, so you move on. I don't know why he said it. I'm glad he said it. Maybe it's a challenge. I don't know, but again, we're all working to be the best we can be. Yeah, those are conversations that we'll keep private. Those are between Mr. Irsay and myself. Appreciate, respect you, appreciate that answer. Yeah, again, disappointed, not discouraged. Do I take it, personal? I think we all do. It doesn't matter, what title you hold. I came here having worked on the defensive side of the football, and so the things that we talk about, we have not done yet. And I emphasize yet. I think that's very, very important. And yet is a great word. And so we have another opportunity. We have another chance, to improve and do better where we're at. Certainly not good enough. Record-wise, defensively, it's not where we want to be. So we'll continue to. We're excited, obviously, about the future. We're excited about the opportunity. We got the right people in place to do the job, and love our staff and love our coaches, and we will grind until we get it right. Yeah, again, we have a plan. We have a plan, like Chris talked about, and we're going to work that plan. We love all our guys, but we all know that it's hard to keep everybody. That's just how it is in the National Football League. Yeah, we live in a fishbowl, and there are certain responsibilities that come, with our jobs and what we signed up for. And so, obviously, we always want to do the right thing.
Chuck, have you heard from any of your players about Chris reaching out? How important is that GM-player relationship?
I think it's very, very important, and Chris is a great communicator, and he's had great relationships everywhere he's been with everybody in the organization, including players. Our guys are gone. We have guys in the building right now that are back, doing a rehab process. We can't, unfortunately, because of the rules, we can't talk football, at this time because of CBA rules. Hey, how are you? How you doing? So there's been a group of guys that have come through and had an opportunity to sit down and meet Chris and get to know him a little bit. Obviously, his plate is extremely full. He's been very, very busy. They were locked in a room for 17 days straight, with the scouts, pro and college, and they worked, from. They put in a ton of hours, trying to get on the same page and prepare, for this combine and things like that. So it's been good. I have no idea. Well, for right now. They have to. It's selective. You pick and choose when to put them on and when to take them off. Yeah, Pat's a special dude and a special talent, and you don't replace, guys like Pat. Moved on, went to Quell. Those guys are great pros. They're great people. They're great men. They've been great teammates. What they've done for this organization, what they've done for the league, has been amazing. Pat is a special talent. We hate to lose Pat, but he's got a bright future. We all know that. I'm very excited to see what the future holds. Again, you go through this process. We'll evaluate, the players that are here. Go through the process of evaluating, free agency, and we'll find a guy. Tom McMahon and Mo Drayton, the special teams coaches, will do a great job, and the scouting staff will do a great job, and we'll find somebody. But really, really hard to replace a guy that, I think in my time in the National Football League, I haven't seen somebody as talented and do the job that Pat McAfee did for the last 8 years. He's a special talent, like I said, and I'm grateful, to have had the time, with Pat. Grateful for everything that he did for our organization, and more importantly, what he's done, outside the organization, what he's done for the community. He's a selfless guy.